Welcome in, TarHeel Nation, to the TarHeel Herald. Today I want to talk about a few things, just a couple things to announce, really. But first, like, comment, subscribe, really helps the channel. Get your questions in, topics, whatever you want me to talk about, just go ahead and comment down below. But first, we're going to talk about a few things, but then mostly we're going to talk about what the offense is going to look like, what we're returning, and what we need to see out of the offense coming into 2021. First, I want to talk about Dante Balfour. We're really trying to zero in on this kid. We are in his top 3 he is a 2021 cornerback. I don't remember the other 2 schools. I think it's like Georgia or Ohio State or something, and someone else. But we're in the top 3. We've been really going hard at this kid late. Dre Bly came out of nowhere. He recently just got a 4-star, so by 247. I think the composite still has him at a 3-star, but 247 gave him that 4-star, so congratulations to him. And then also Drake May got a 5th star today. He was at 97, which is right below, and then they finally gave him that 98 today, right before basically closing it. So congratulations to Drake May. He's a stud, and everything that I've seen on film, especially with him and Gavo, he looks fantastic. So, all right, let's move on to the offense. The offense really is what we're gonna. The only thing we're gonna really notice from before is the offensive line and Sam Howell. Everything else is gonna look different. But the offensive line is bringing back everybody, except I think William Barnes was the only senior, and he was a backup. So, which is unfortunate. He was a highly rated 4-star coming in, and he was a backup as a senior. So, I haven't heard anything about him coming back. So I would assume he's gone. But we got every single starter and every single backup, except for William Barnes, unless he's coming back. But so the offensive line really needs to step up to really give Sam Howell more time. And if they can give Sam Howell more time in pass blocking, the run blocking during the RPO is a little different. And they're very good at it. They're very great at, because I'm sure that's what they practice probably 90% of the time in practice, because I think it was like over 60% of the plays it was RPO run blocking. But so they lacked a lot in pass blocking, but if they can get pass blocking and give Sam more time so he doesn't have to escape the pocket, that could really transcend Sam into the Heisman year that we're hoping for. So really excited to see what we get out of this offensive line. Probably my favorite thing to watch, to see if the offensive line does take up that next step, especially Joshua Zudu. Dude's just, especially in the run game, he's just absolutely amazing. If he himself can get a better pass blocker, he can really elevate his draft stock. So we'll have to see. But probably the second most familiar is going to be the wide receivers. We have a lot of great wide receivers returning, although it doesn't look that way when you see our top 2 guys gone, even though Daz Newsome didn't have as great of a year. But, we got Diami and Daz gone, but we still got Diami's little brother, Chafri, who looks spectacular, as well with Emery Simmons, who they're kind of similar wide receivers. So I think they were kind of splitting a lot of time out there. Since they are the same, they were like second and third on the depth chart, but they really split a lot of backup time. But I'm sure they'll both be starting next year, and they both look very. I have a lot of high expectations for these wide receivers next year. I assume a lot of them are gonna break out. Of course, we got Bo back. Hopefully, he has a healthy season. I would love to see a fifth-year healthy Bo. What he could do. I feel like he could have a really, really breakout year. Then, of course, you got Garrett Walston. He's just an amazing blocker. And if I hope we can get him more open up in the middle of the field. He's just very helpful in spreading this offense out, especially which if the offensive line can step up in the pass game or pass blocking, we can see him go out more. And he was held up because of the right side was a little weaker than the left side, because we had Asim Richards and Josh Azudu on the left side, but you had Brian Anderson, McKeithen, and Tucker on the right side, which was a little weaker. So you saw him on the right side a lot, helping block. So hopefully the blocking can step up a little bit, and then we can see Garrett Walston out catching more. And then, of course, you got Josh Downs, who there's just so much potential with this kid. I hope we get to see it just burst out next year. It looked like the Orange Bowl. He was about to just take it over. So I can't wait to see a full season with him staying on the outside like that. But then, of course, we got the running back room. So we got Ty Chandler, who probably came because of Robert Gillespie, because he was at Tennessee in 2017, which was his freshman year. So that's a little, I hope there's no tension in that room, running back room or anything like that. But hopefully we can get Larry Porter in here quick. So I'm kind of shocked that we're taking a little while getting this running back coach signed. I assume it's Larry Porter, but we'll see. Hopefully we can get it soon, get this going here. But Ty has looked like a pretty good running back on a pretty horrible offense, especially with a horrible offensive line. So love to see what he can do behind a great run blocking offensive line. It's not that the Tennessee offensive line was just horrible in general. They just weren't the best at run blocking, especially in a league that had great run stopping linemen on defense. So he's going to have a lot more opportunities here behind this offensive line. So we'll see. I can't wait to see who's behind him. He may even be second string. I'm not going to confirm him as first string. I just assume he is at the fifth year senior, graduate transfer senior. And DJ Jones has no experience, whilst Chandler has 4 straight years of experience, and DJ Jones was also hurt. So I don't know how long he's going to be out before he's practicing again, but it just feels that way. I mean, Brooks may be even the second running back. Who knows? So we'll have to see. It looks great. I think we're going to go to a more traditional air raid offense next year. It's going to look great. I don't see us running the ball as much. I think Sam's going to have that breakout year. He's going to throw for probably at least 4,000 this year, I'm guessing. Probably only going to have 1,000-yard back. So you're going to see a different offense, but I think you're going to see a lot more different schemes than before. It seemed like we were kind of, besides the motion, we seem to have the same setup a lot. but I assume with 5 returning wide receiver or potential wide receivers, like, so we got Emory Simmons, Josh Downs, Joffrey Brown, Bo, Garrett. Then you even got the other tight end, Morales. Who knows if Nesbitt or any other wide receiver stepping up. So, got a lot of wide receivers. I think we're going to have a lot of heavy wide receiver sets. Maybe even 2 tight end sets, which I would love to see. Would love to see 2 tight end sets. Even if one's blocking to help the right side and the other goes out for a pass. Doesn't matter which one. I mean, we got 2. Looks like Morales he was a freshman, so I get why he didn't really come out till the Texas A&M game. So, sophomore year, he could really. I know it was hard enough for him to get one tight end out there and get some passes, but realistically, I mean, we have, if you get the 5-1, I mean, even if we took away the running back sometimes, it would be really easy to have 2 tight end set. But anyways, I think Phil Longo is going to be even more comfortable with his play calling. I think he's going to be a little more. I think he's going to have to learn to know when and when not to run more this year, especially with the not 2 of the best running backs in the world. So I think hopefully Phil Longo can mature, and I think you'll see a very, very good offense. I would say it's probably still going to be around the top 10, hopefully. If not, I don't see it really dropping off that far. The only thing would be barring injury, we would really drop off, especially maybe in the running back room, because I know it's really hard to just hammer a one thing, just throwing. It's we've never been able to just throw. I think you're gonna see a lot more heavy wide receiver looks and a lot less RPOs, but I think we're still going to be disguising it very well. And then when we do run an RPO, which we know Sam in that line is very good at running, I think you're going to see a lot of success when we're not focusing in on RPO only, and we're spreading out heavy wide receiver, heavy air raid, then RPOs heavy, and then just I think Phil Longo is clearly getting more and more mature every year, and I can't wait to see this 3rd year. All right, that's all I got for today. Thanks for tuning in, guys.